junior running back Kyle Vorster had combined for 1,266 yards on the ground and 17 touchdowns, but the Raiders were held to a season-low 113 yards rushing last week for Centennial. When things aren't moving with the rushing attack, Windler has shown he can air it out as well, completing 64% of his passes for 901 yards and 10 touchdowns on the season. Two main targets for Windler are Patrick Cosgrove and Braylon Williams. Each has caught over 20 balls on the year, but Cosgrove's 22.8 yards per catch average and 7 touchdown grabs really stand out. Now, Kirk Gadabush has some keys to tonight's game, as well as the captains for the two squads.
Tim, it looks like a spirited game tonight. Thanks for having me. A couple keys tonight. Obviously, you'll hear a lot about Hudson Mason tonight. He is a Class 5 state champ at quarterback. He's going to be recruited by a number of schools. We've got to control the ball, number one. We've got to limit the time that Mason has the ball in his hands. So I think you'll see that Walton will try to establish the running game very soon. They also on defense have to have a strong rush. They've got to limit the amount of time that he has to make decisions. And I think thirdly, they're going to dump a lot of passes over the middle and on screen passes. We've got to be active on both the linebacker and defensive backside. We need the home crowd behind us. And the question is, how do they respond to last week's game at Centennial? Disappointing loss. Let's see how they come back today. Walton will be receiving the ball. And captains for today, Hudson Mason, number 6. Jimmy Mayer, number 21 for Lassiter. 30, Marcus Stokes. And number 43, Rip Rowan, will be captain for Walton. Captains today, Jacob Blazer, Chris Boardman, Drew Dalton, and Matt Gilbert.
All right, Kurt, and we are just about set for kickoff. It'll be Lassiter kicking off to Walton. And handling the kicking chores tonight for Lassiter is number 79. They got a big guy out there doing the kicking. We'll try to get you his name here in just a second. That is a junior defensive lineman, Colin Mills, also handling the kicking off for Lassiter. Back deep to receive for the Raiders. Looks like Braylon Williams is joined back there by, I believe, Matt LaMontagne. So Walton will be moving right to left across your screen. And we are just seconds away from football here on a drizzly, rainy Friday night here at Raider Valley. There's the kick, and it is a short kick angled over towards the right sideline, and that one will be a touchback or out of bounds. I see one flag on the play, so I believe it's out of bounds, and that means Walton will get the football at the 40-yard line.
That's a great break to start the game off. We'll get good position, I think, at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line. Thank you, Kurt. I'm thinking about college football, I think, starting on the 40.
That's even better.
So good field position for Walton with this first possession. It'll be Joey Windler out there up under center. He's got Braylon Williams split wide to the left side and one man split wide to the right. Pro set backfield behind Windler. Lassiter in a 4-man front. And that's Williams in motion, left to right. Windler fumbles the snap, reaches down, and we've got a scramble for the ball, and I believe Walton got back on top of it.
Well, it's slick out there, so I think we're going to see some loose balls tonight. We need some.
So that ball was recovered by Kyle Vorster. Heads-up play by Kyle to get on that football. Loss of a couple yards, though, for Walton. It'll be second down and about 11, maybe 12 for the Raiders. Windler moves his backs into an I formation. He's up under center, one man wide to each side for the Raiders. Now Windler takes the snap, fakes a handoff, gives it to Vorster. They try the right side, but he is stacked up right there at the line of scrimmage and dropped for very little or no gain. It's going to be third down and long for Walton. It's like Walton subs in some more receiving core. That's Austin Haygood and Patrick Cosgrove split wide to the right. And in a slot right is Lipsy. And shotgun formation with two men wide to the left is Joey Windler. Windler looking downfield, going over the middle. He's got Lipsy complete for a first down and more inside Lassiter territory down at the 42-yard line is where the ball will be spotted. So a big play on third down for Walton.
Tim, they haven't used Lipsy much this year, but he's got great hands, got himself open, and a great pass over the middle.
43-yard line.
I don't think Walton prefers to have the long passes on third down, but we'll take it any way we can get it.
Makes it first down, 1st and 10 on the Trojans' 42-yard line.
Pickup of about 23 yards that time for the Raiders. Now Windler again up under center. This time he takes the snap. He'll keep it himself. Tries the right side. Picks up a couple of yards to the 40-yard line of Lassiter. And that will bring up a 2nd down and 7 situation for Walton.
And you can see he's already sliding over there when he's making these cuts.
2nd down, 2nd and 8 for the Raiders.
You're right. That field is going to be a little bit tricky tonight, and they'll have to be careful with their footing. That was number 68 on the stop for Lassiter, Cedric Statham. Now Walton back shift into an I formation. That is Vorster, the tail of the I. And fake handoff. Now a rollout left side here. Windler looking downfield. He's got some room to run if he wants to, and he will. Across the 30, down to about the 25-yard line before he's forced out of bounds there. Another 1st down pickup for the Walton Raiders. That's 16 yards by Windler.
And that play, Tim, was made by a great fake and a good downfield block by Rodney Kazibwe downfield.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, we mentioned all these rushing yards the Walton quarterback and running backs have rushed for this year, but fail to mention the offensive line and all the other blockers. They do a great job opening holes for the rushers. So 2nd 1st down of this drive for the Raiders. 2 men wide to the left. That's Vorster in a slot left. Up under center is Windler. And Kazibwe, the tail of the I. Handoff. Kazibwe, right side's got some room. He's across the 20, inside the 20, down to about the 17. Close to a 1st down, but not quite there.
26, Rodney Kazibwe with the football for the Raiders. Stop made by number 10.
Yep. Brad Pinter on the stop.
That was a great run on 1st down. And if you notice on the right side, Drew Dalton had a great block to spring him loose.
Drew Dalton, one of tonight's captains. He's had a good season on the offensive line for the Walton Raiders. 2nd down and 2. Short yardage situation for Walton. That's Cosgrove out wide to the right. Again, I formation behind Windler. Windler will take the snap, keep it himself. Now he'll pitch it to Vorster. Vorster tries to get across the 25, but he is stopped short, and it'll bring up a 3rd down situation for Walton.
That was a tough pitch at the last second. He might have been better just holding it and taking it upfield for a few yards. But Lassiter, to their credit, strung it out. Made a nice tackle on the play.
3rd down, 3rd and a yard for the Raiders.
Big 3rd down play.
3rd down and a long yard for the Walton Raiders. 1 man wide to each side. And Vorster with the carry. He's got room, 1st down and a little bit more, down close to the 10-yard line. Knocked out of bounds at the 11, so another 1st down for the Walton Raiders. And on the stop that time for Lassiter's number 24, Jordan Taylor.
Nice blocking on the Raiders' left side.
1st and 10 from the 11.
5-yard gain makes it 1st down.
Again, Rodney Kazibwe on the left side made a nice block.
5 yards.
Give him those extra yards.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the Lassiter 11-yard line. Windler takes the snap, hands off to Vorster, right side's got some blocks, down to about the 5-yard line before he's brought down. A pickup of 6 that time for Vorster.
The offensive line, Tim, is really blowing some people out. Has a good drive going here the first time around.
And this is exactly what Walton needed, is to establish the ground game, use the pass when they need to, but keep that offense, that Lassiter offense, off the field as much as possible. Handoff left side this time to Vorster. This time he's inside the 5-yard line, down to about the 4. So it'll bring up a 3rd down for the Walton Raiders. 3rd and short.
Tough run in there down short.
Big play here for the Walton Raiders. They have not converted a field goal all season. They want to get this in the end zone. Windler takes the snap. He's got a touchdown.
4
yards.
4-yard
Joey
touchdown.
was determined on that play with his head down, barreling forward.
Well, we mentioned on to attempt the extra point will be number 98, Tim Russler. And that is Andrew Lipsy to do the holding.
Kyle Westman made a great block, pushing him forward.
Big opening drive for the Walton Raiders.
Low snap.
The snap, the kick, and we've got a whistle and I believe a flag on the play before the ball was kicked.
Ball start.
Procedure penalty against the Raiders. That'll move them back 5 yards. And they'll do it all over again.
Kick will be 27 yards. From the 17.
Raiders.
Low snap.
The snap, the kick, and we've got a whistle.
Get wider, Bob, so I have each of the goalposts in there too.
It's going to be 25 from the 15.
Be a 25-yard extra point attempt now for Russler.
Good snap. Kick is
And you see the two officials underneath the goalpost
Sounds
look at
good.
each other and shake their head. Yes, it's always a good sign. That kick is good. Walton has taken a 7-0 lead on the 4-yard touchdown run by Joey Windler.
Lassiter Trojans 0.
Going to take a short little break, and we'll be back for the kickoff right after this.
This is a place where stories get passed from one generation to the next, where meals are shared every night, and where songs are sung so off-key it makes the coyotes cry. This is the West that we know. This is Longhorn, where you can enjoy our juicy outlaw ribeye, fire-grilled to savory perfection, or try our legendary Flo's filet with signature seasonings. Always fresh, always tender. Longhorn Steakhouse. Discover the West in you.
Number 25, Corey Carlson.
All right, back here at Raider Valley, Tim Burns along with Kirk Gadabush. And very impressive opening drive, Kirk, for the Walton Raiders.
5-minute, 15-second drive on that opening drive. It's a great way to start.
Mostly on the ground. There was the 123-yard hookup between Windler and Andrew Lipsy. Big play on 3rd and long for the Raiders that kept that drive alive. And that's Russler's kick. It'll bounce at about the 8-yard line, and it'll trickle into the end zone for a touchback. So Lassiter will start their first drive on their own 20-yard line.
On their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, I thought it was when I was watching. I couldn't see it.
Don't forget to get the band's 50-50 raffle tickets. One lucky winner.
So we're going to try to keep some stats for you folks and keep you informed throughout the game. We've got kind of an unofficial thing going. Bill Perry is the real stat master here at Walton High School, and he posts those on the Walton website, raidersfb.net, so look out for those. But we'll try to give you some unofficial stuff throughout the game.
Trips right, no one in the back.
And here we go. 3 men wide to the right side for the Lassiter Trojans. 2 men wide left. Mason looking downfield over the middle. Got a man. That's complete to Tyron Jones, the freshman running back. First down out to the 45-yard line, and that did not take long.
Well, we talked about him earlier. There's nobody in the backfield. He had them all spread wide and found him wide open in the middle. Great pass.
Number 41, Keegan Kiley. First down Trojans, football on the 45.
Again, Hudson Mason in shotgun formation, 1st and 10 from the Lassiter 45-yard line. Takes a snap. Now this time looking right. Got a man complete over there, and he will be he's still not down, still on his feet. That's number 5 for Lassiter on the reception. Griffin Roll, and a very determined run after catch by Griffin Roll picks up another Lassiter first down.
Complete to number 5, Griffin Roll, brought down by 84, Chris Mooney.
Pickup of
He
about
slipped out of
12
about
yards.
3 Walton tacklers there on that play. We've got to make some good tackles here. Can't let them get the extra yardage.
No huddle offense.
Again, shotgun formation for Mason, this time looking left. That time complete to Griffin Roll up to the 35-yard line of Walton. Now, when you go up against a team like this, you know you're going to give up a big number passing yardage-wise. The key is to try to limit the big plays, keep it in front of you, and see if you can hold them to a few field goal attempts.
To play a little bit tighter on them, I think is what we're going to have to do. A lot of dinks and dunks they're doing here.
Mason this time rolling out left side. He's looking downfield, and he will just dump it straight ahead. It's complete over there, a first down, and we've got a late flag coming in over on the sideline. That was Keith Knight on the reception.
Penalty's going to be on number 20. Illegal block in the back.
And it is against the Lassiter Trojans, an illegal block in the back.
Got a little bit of a break there, too. Mason eluded the rush on that time, rolled out left, and short pass to number 20.
Defending on the last play, number 41, Keegan Kiley, 20.
And you can tell, Tim, he's got some great vision as he rolls out. He's got a lot of receivers to shoot at, too.
Well, getting a lot of press in the local media here around Atlanta, but really not getting the big offers that you would think from a quarterback that's put up the numbers that he's put up. He's got the 4 Division I offers with Western and Eastern Michigan, Alabama, Birmingham, and Indiana, but broke a state record last week with those 545 yards, almost broke a state record for season yardage last year. Just fell 5 or 10 yards short of the state record for season yardage last year, and he's on track to go ahead and just take that record as well this year. This time a handoff straight up the middle, and that is number 1 Tyron Jones, but another flag on the play. And this one is, I believe, going to go against the Lassiter Trojans as well.
That's their first running play of the day. I think Mason, when it's all said and done, will have a few more offers.
Oh, yeah. I agree 100%, and I'm sure he, in the back of his mind, knows that as well.
Got a sideline warning.
So the flag is not necessarily a penalty. It's just a sideline warning. A 1-yard pickup, that time by Tyron Jones. This time 2 men wide to each side for Lassiter. Single setback in the backfield with Hudson Mason on shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back, got a man over the middle. This one is complete. That is Griffin Roll on the reception, and he is inside the Walton 15-yard line, pushed out of bounds at about the 13. Another big play for the Lassiter Trojans.
Number 48, Brooks Tilley.
19-yard connection that time.
You know, and Griffin, if you notice, went from left and just crossed through the field, rolled out right and hit him right in stride.
Again, Mason in shotgun formation. This time 3 guys out wide to the left. Good coverage this time by Walton, and Mason is forced to just throw it away.
Kyle Westman had some great pressure on that time.
That's another big key when you're facing an offense like this, is to try to get some pressure on that quarterback. But most of these passes are just quick release kind of passes, and it's hard to get pressure on the quarterback when he's getting rid of the ball that quickly.
Second down, football on the 13-yard line.
That is his first incomplete pass of the night. And this time he will roll out left side and hand it off to Tyron Jones. And Tyron Jones is stacked up there right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a short gain. It'll be a 3rd and long situation for Lassiter, but with an offense like this, 3rd and long doesn't mean a whole lot. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Walton Raiders leading Lassiter 7-0, but Lassiter is on the move. 3rd down and 11 for the Trojans inside the Walton 15-yard line.
There's nobody in the backfield.
Empty backfield. Mason drops back. Got plenty of time to throw all day long. Now he's finally pressured. Almost getting the sack is Westman. He'll throw it over the middle, and that one is incomplete.
Great pressure.
Tim, when you watch and you see the pressure we put on him, that's what happens. That's when the mistakes happen. So we're fortunate we put some heat on him.
And you can't put that kind of pressure on your own offensive line to keep the rush off for you for that long. You got to get rid of the ball quicker than that. Mason held on to it forever and finally just had to throw it away.
Big fourth down play, Raider fans.
11 trips right.
Now 3 receivers wide to the right side. 1-man split wide to the left, and Tyron Jones is in the backfield with Hudson Mason. Mason takes the snap, dropping back, looking over the middle, still all kinds of time. Now some pressure on Mason. He's forced out of the pocket a little bit. He's going to roll to his left now, looking downfield still. Got a man in the end zone. There's some contact. The pass is complete, and a touchdown.
There's a flag early on in that play.
You're right. There is a flag back here on the 11-yard, or the 6-yard line, rather.
And they're saying it's against Walton, but indicating from the Lassiter people.
The officials talking things over. We're going to get an official indication here.
Didn't have much of a rush on him. It was holding
and
on.
It's defensive holding, so they'll go ahead and decline that, and they will have the touchdown.
Well, it's disappointing because they did not put much heat on him on that run. The 3-man rush, we laid back, and he just picked us apart in the end zone.
All right, on to attempt the extra point for Lassiter. Number 14, Alex Hanks, just a sophomore.
Holding for the Trojans, number 5, Griffin Roller.
Is that roll made a touchdown?
Here's the snap, the hold, and the kick is up and through, and we are all tied up at 7 here at Raider Valley. Lassiter takes that punch in the mouth by the Walton Raiders on the opening drive and punches right back with an 80-yard touchdown drive. Almost all of it through the air. Tyron Jones with a couple of rushes, but other than that, it was just about all Hudson Mason and his receiving corps, and they tie it up 7 apiece.
Tim, that was only a 3-minute drive, so we got to put heat on it and stretch this field out.
All money donated tonight will go directly to the Childhood Cancer Research. So please help by making a donation.
So Walton will get their second chance with the football here. Hudson Mason, again, we're going to try to give you some stats as we go along here. Unofficially on that drive, 4 of 6 passing for 71 yards and a touchdown.
I don't understand why they get it on the 50 since they declined the penalty.
Well, Lassiter kicking off from the 50.
On the kick for the Trojans, number 79.
After that penalty.
Take the receive for the Raiders, number 14, Matt Lamontagne, and number 1.
So if you can't get a touchback with this kickoff, you might have some problems. Let's see. That is Williams and Lamontagne back deep to receive for the Walton Raiders. And again, it's big Colin Mills, the defensive lineman / kicker, doing the kicking off for the Trojans from the 50-yard line. He gets his leg into it, and we have a offsides penalty, I believe, against Lassiter.
He goes into the end zone. Walton Raider football, 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. There are flags.
So let's see. The kickoff was a touchback, but we've got this penalty.
Yeah, sloppy field and sloppy play so far. Tim, this may be a shootout that we all expected.
Sure looks that way so far. Walton will typically have, more time of possession just because the Lassiter offense is so quick strike.
Against the Trojans, moves the football back to the 45-yard line.
But at some point, one of these teams is going to have to get some stops, and the team that gets the most stops is going to be the one that probably comes away with the victory here tonight. Now Lassiter will re-kick, this time from their own 45-yard line.
Lamontagne and Williams deep to receive for the Raiders. Everybody up to the kickoff.
Well, we'll see how Lassiter adjusts to the rushing game that Walton showed the first drive.
All right, the kick by Mills is going to be a touchback once again, caught there just inside the goal line by Braylon Williams, and Walton will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So when you get into the meat of the schedule in a high school season, they all become big games. But, boy, I tell you, after last week's loss at Centennial, this one is huge for the Walton Raiders. They've got a chance, if they can win the remaining 3 games, Kirk, they've got a chance to still be region champs after that loss last week. But if they somehow were to slip up and lose these 3 games, they could fall all the way out of the playoffs. So anything can happen with the Walton Raiders here in these last 3 weeks.
They put a lot of pressure on themselves by losing the last game. Now they really have to take care of business here.
2 men wide to the left side for Joey Windler. He'll take the snap, hand off to Kazibwe, right side. Kazibwe looking for some blocks, picks up maybe a yard on the play, and it will be 2nd down and about 9. That's Rip Rowan, the big senior linebacker for Lassiter, on the tackle. So they say no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And Lassiter strung it out well on that play again, too. Ran out of running room, ran to the short side of the field.
It's Andrew Lipsy and Braylon Williams split wide to the left side. Single setback behind Windler and a slot to the right. Now a quick slant over here to Braylon Williams. He makes the catch out across the 30 to the 35-yard line. Another Walton 1st down. And Walton may not pass it quite as much as Lassiter, but when they do, they are effective with the pass.
That's Braylon's first catch of the day. He's really been one of the go-to guys for Walton, along with Patrick Cosgrove.
1st down on the 34.
1 man wide to each side this time. Shotgun formation for Windler. Split backs on either side of him. Lassiter in that 4-man front. Shotgun snap taken. Handoff to Andre Walkeen. Gets across the 40-yard line to the 43. Good pickup that time by Walton. That'll put him in a 2nd down and short situation.
Good run by Andre. Head down, running forward.
Got an injured Lassiter Trojan on the field right there at midfield.
So is that enough end of the play zoom?
I believe that's number 4, Lorenzo Ford, down on the field for Lassiter.
We haven't seen that much of Andre this year, but I tell you, he's a moose down low. It's tough to tackle him.
Once again, thanks to all the Raiders.
Yeah,
Good run on 1st down, though.
That was heartbreaking to see him get hurt in the opening game last season in the Georgia Dome and have to miss the remainder of the season. All right, we're going to take a short break while we've got this injury timeout. We'll be back in just a moment.
Also, Morgan Reels at the page.
Welcome to Lazy Boy.
I know what's going on here. This furniture, these prices, all this furniture is hot.
Hot.
Come on, kids. Let's go.
It's just a sale. I swear.
Hurry in now for great savings. Comfort, it's what we do. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries.
All right, back here at Raider Valley, the injured Trojan is being helped off the field. That is number 4, a junior, Lorenzo Ford, and we hope he's okay.
Well, it looks like either his knee or his ankle. Hope he's all right.
No matter how bitter the rivalry, one thing you never want to see is anybody get hurt. Guys are out here doing something they love to do. So after that nice pickup by Andre Walkeen, it is 2nd down and 1 for Walton. Windler up under center, 1 man wide to each side. That is Braylon Williams over here to the near side. Windler will fake the run, now drop back, and he's looking downfield, down the middle to Cosgrove, fending off the defender, and we are going to have pass interference. The only question is whether it will be offensive or defensive. It looked like Cosgrove was trying to hold the defender off, so let's see which way the official goes with this.
It looks like an interference call on me, but great fake, great toss down the middle.
Cosgrove definitely had a step on the defender, and they did call it against Patrick Cosgrove. I was worried about that.
The ball was just short about a yard or two, Tim, and he reaching back for it. There may have been a push on it.
Yeah, we didn't get
That's
it
a
in
tough
the
call.
camera shot of the replay, but Patrick Cosgrove definitely had a couple steps on the defender, and the defender was gaining ground on him, and Cosgrove tried to hold him off a little bit, and the official did not let it go. Sometimes they'll let that go a little bit, the little hand fighting, but not this time.
48-yard throw. He's second down and 14.
Penalty moves the football back inside the 30-yard line. For its second down for the Raiders, 2nd and 15.
After that penalty mark off, 2nd down and 14 for the Walton Raiders.
Official timeout.
All tied up here at 7. First quarter, 1:55 left to play.
I'm still a little tight on this switch, but
Well, now they got to get back to their passing game to get back into it here. A 3rd down long.
Shouldn't be a loss of down, but the yard marker shows it.
all right, you're good. You're good. Signal for a loss of down. I'm ready.
Yeah, we may have a loss of down. They've got 3rd down showing on the yard marker.
Offensive interference call.
I wonder if that's just a mistake. Either way, shotgun formation for Windler. He's got Braylon Williams wide open. Williams makes the catch, fighting for yardage, and is going to be forced out of bounds just shy of the Walton 40-yard line. Now we'll figure out whether or not this is a mistake, and it does not look like it as the punting unit comes onto the field for Walton.
Number 9, Niles Clark for the Trojans.
So not sure what the call was there to have the loss of down, but either way, Walton is forced to punt here.
That's a tough one to make up on an out pattern.
Deep for the Raiders, number 4, Patrick Cosgrove.
So Patrick Cosgrove, who had an outstanding game punting the football last week against Centennial in that tough loss, will do the punting for Walton.
Patrick's been one of the top punters in the county.
And this time kicks it away from Griffin Roll, but Roll picks it up at the 27-yard line. He's got some room upfield across midfield into Walton territory, finally dragged down at the 38-yard line. And that is making the stop, I believe, Darren Blaylock for the Walton Raiders.
Number 5, Griffin Roll with a nice return for the Trojans. Tackle made by number 8 for the Raiders, Darren Blaylock.
So the last thing you want to do is give this high-powered offense a short field to work with, and that is just what has happened here just now on that punt.
That punt it was a low punt, one big hop to him, and he took off from there. Had a head of steam with him down that right sideline.
Three men split wide to the left side, one man wide to the right. We've got a slot left. And Mason again in shotgun formation. Short little pass complete over there to the left side. That is number 20 for the Lassiter Trojans on the reception. That's Keith Knight making the catch. And that is a Lassiter first down. Looks like it's just inside the 20-yard line. And no huddle. Shotgun situation here for Lassiter. This time 3 men wide to the right side, 1 to the left. Mason looking downfield. Now he'll throw the short little pass to the left side. That is complete, and forced out of bounds over there is number 2, Trey Graham.
Mason's pass complete to number 2, Trey Graham.
Well, Lassiter seems to be loading people off that side and just leading them a little bit on these short passes, and they take off from there.
Looks like a pickup of about 4 yards that time by Graham on the reception. It'll be 2nd and 6. Three men wide to the right side this time, 1 to the left. Now a man in motion right to left, and they've got a little bunch formation there, close on the right side. Mason dropping back. He's forced out of the pocket, and he went down to a knee and tried to throw the ball away, and that could be, and maybe should be, an intentional grounding. He was definitely still inside the tackle box.
He was so close to just going down on one knee and threw the ball away. And is there a flag or no? Oh, his knee was down on that play.
The chain gang is trying to move the chains back, but the official says, nope, just keep them right there. So a big loss on the play by Lassiter. I guess he was down when he put his knee down. So it'll be a 3rd and long situation for the Trojans. The ball spotted at the Walton 32-yard line, a 3rd down and 23-yard play coming up here for Lassiter.
Again, Tim, we had a strong rush on that play. Unfortunately, we got to him.
Mason takes the snap, looking left side this time, going downfield and deep, intended and caught in the end zone for a touchdown. Good coverage that time by Jacob Blazer, and Matt LaMontagne was over there as well, but just a great throw and catch that time.
It really isn't too much. Mason. They were right on him, too, but what a perfect throw in the end zone.
Mason's pass complete to number 12, Kendall Newsom, 32-yard touchdown reception for the Trojans.
Well, we heard a lot about him before the game, and he has not disappointed us so far.
Extra point attempt coming up here for Lassiter. There is the spot. The kick is good, and Lassiter has a 14-7 lead on the Walton Raiders. And we got that replay of that touchdown coming up. And boy, what a pass by Hudson Mason here. Matt LaMontagne with the tight coverage, and looked like Matt might have been falling down just a little bit right when that ball was arriving. But otherwise, very good coverage by LaMontagne. Just a great throw by Hudson Mason, and a nice catch as well. So Lassiter has the lead now, 14-7. 26.9 seconds remain here in this first quarter of play.
And then this next one would be from 134 to...
Back deep to receive for the Raiders. It's Braylon Williams and Matt LaMontagne. A lot of speed back there.
Wow, did Lassiter strike quick or what on that one?
Especially when you consider that short field they had to work with. And now the kickoff is going to be a short one, taken at about the 5 by Braylon Williams. He will set up his blocks, leaps over one man at the 20. Now he's still going, still on his feet across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33-yard line, I believe.
What a great run by Braylon to start us off.
Yeah, some flags came in late there, too. We'll see if that tacks on some yardage.
He hurdled over a couple players and looked like he got hit late going out of bounds.
There's a 35-yard or 30.
That's what it is.
They will.
Indication is foul against a personal foul against the Trojans.
So that helps out. This would be big for Walton to come right back and answer that touchdown drive by Lassiter, try to tie this game up here.
Braylon looked really determined to make a play on that one.
Nice return by Braylon Williams, 15-yard penalty.
So that gives the ball to the Walton Raiders at midfield now to start this drive. Austin Haygood split wide to the near side. Two men over there wide to the right side. Single setback is Kyle Vorster behind Joey Windler. Windler will hand it off to Vorster. He's going to try the left side. He's got some running room. He's across taken down at the 45-yard line. Nice stop that time by Lassiter. That's number 24 coming up to make the tackle for the Trojans. And I can't find the roster, but it's Jordan Taylor coming up to make the stop.
Oliver Kramer on the left side, 67, led him on that play to give him 5 yards.
That is the end of the first quarter. 14-7, Lassiter leads this one. We'll take a break and be back with the second quarter in just a moment.
As you well know, this is a make it or break it month for the automotive industry as well as America. But let me tell you, we will make it. Be American, buy American.
What about health care?
I say take care of your health. Otherwise, you can't enjoy 0% financing for 72 months or up to $16,000 off. Only at Ed Bulls Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
Yeah, I tried to keep it going for a little while. All right, we are back here for the start of the second quarter. Walton will have the football second down and about 5 from the Lassiter 45-yard line. And we were just discussing during the break how difficult it is to keep up with keeping stats with this quick-moving offense of the Lassiter Trojans. This time it's going to be Joey Windler in shotgun formation. 3 men split wide to the right side for the Raiders. Single setback is Rodney Kazibwe, and that's Braylon Williams out wide to the left. Windler will run the option, pitches to Kazibwe. He's got room. First down and more across the 40, down inside the 38 to the 37-yard line. And that is Rip Rowan, the senior linebacker for Lassiter, making the stop.
And what made that play work was some great movement on the offensive line. You could see Drew Dalton and others on the right side were pushing forward. And the pitch worked out well, led Rodney a good bit, and got another 6 or 7 yards out of it. First down.
Back shift into an I formation, and Windler sends Williams in motion right to left. Now we got twins left. Handoff is to Vorster, and he's going to be dragged down in the backfield by Rowan. A loss of a couple yards on the play. It'll be second down and 12.
And you can see that Lassiter just penetrated so well on that right side. He had nowhere to run.
3-yard loss on the play for the Raiders brings up second down, second about 13.
Walton breaks the huddle. This time we've got Cosgrove out wide to the right side. Williams wide to the left. And Kazibwe in a slot right. Now Kazibwe in motion right to left, and he'll stop right there in the backfield as the fullback. 3-step drop is complete over here to the Cosgrove on the right side. Makes a couple of nice moves. A couple guys miss him, and he gets inside the 20-yard line. A first down for the Walton Raiders, and we've got a flag that comes in kind of late.
And great pass by Joey on the right side, and then Patrick took 4 guys eventually. He ducked 2 people out of the way. Another 2 people came on top, and looks like they took him out of bounds late here. Let's see what happens.
It is going to be a personal foul against the Lassiter Trojans.
19-yard plus half the distance.
I think I found a zoom I like.
2 great moves by Patrick. Really made that thing work.
10-yard penalty moves the football.
So that gets it down inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Walton Raiders. This time it's Andre Walton, the single setback. Kazibwe is in a slot right. That is Haygood wide to the left and Williams wide to the right side. Windler will hand off to Walton. He's got some great blocking and wide open run to the end zone. A touchdown for Andre Walton.
Oliver Kramer on the left side broke that open. Andre had no one in front of him, but a great downfield block by Austin Haygood really got him into the end zone.
Blocking was so good on that play, Kurt. I was at a loss for words. Didn't know what to say.
Well, he sprung loose, and there was nobody in front of him. And Haygood really made a great block on that defensive back down there.
Now Tim Rusler on to attempt the extra point. That is Andrew Lipsy doing the holding. The kick is up, and it is good, and we are all tied up at 14.
10:31 left to play in the first half. Lassiter Trojans 14.
Great job of answering that touchdown by Lassiter by the Walton Raiders. And we're going to see the replay coming up here in just a minute.
Great trap ball.
Everyone on that left side of the field executed their blocks to perfection.
Yep.
I think you or I could have scored on that one, Kirk.
I think I could have, even with my knee brace.
The folks from Preachers on Demand and Contest are here tonight. Look for the contest film crews. Share your spirit stories with them. They're taking a segment of Preachers on Demand at tonight's game that will be available on demand for all contest digital cable subscribers.
For Lassiter, number 25, number 24.
And Walton only took less than 2 minutes to score on that drive. This is going to be a wild one here.
15, excuse me.
Backkeep for the Trojans, number 15,
Charlie Hegedus and Corey Carlson back deep to receive for the Lassiter Trojans. It'll be Tim Rusler to kick it off for the Raiders. There is the kick, and that one is going to be deep for a touchback, and that's what you want to do is make them start at their own 20 and force them to go 80 yards instead of the 38 yards they had to go last time.
Well, so much for my pregame analysis with rushing the ball and running it to take time off the clock. Maybe they're playing in their hands, I don't know, but we got 14 points here in the first half.
Now Lassiter's going to come right back with that no-huddle shotgun 5-wide formation. We've been running it all night long. Got 4 wides this time, 2 to each side. Mason drops straight back, and it's going to be a little screen route over here to the left side, and Zach Reitelhuber was all over that one. It's incomplete. And Mason, I think, made a smart play by just kind of throwing that one away.
And so we had Brooks Tilley down there on a blitz on him, and that forced him to throw it wide, and he had a guy crossing right over the middle, number 27.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Trojans. Again, 2 men wide to each side. Mason in shotgun. This time he's flushed out to the right side, throwing on the run. This one is complete over there for a first down, and on the catch that time is Jimmy Mayer.
Mason's pass complete to number 21 and Jimmy Mayer.
You know, he rolled right, great, had a lot of pressure on him, but a great catch by Mayer on the right side. He looks pretty tall, too, so good catch.
Again, no huddle, shotgun formation for the Trojans. Mason looks over to his sideline to get the call. This time they will hand it off to Tyron Jones, and he is stopped for a very short gain, maybe a yard or 2. It'll be 2nd down. That is Sebastian Steen making the stop for the Raiders.
Zach Pope also on the tackle on that play. It's good to see him in there.
This time 3 men split left for the Trojans, 1 man right. Mason again, this time is flushed out to the right side. He's going to have to keep it this time. Picks up a yard or 2 maybe, and there is a flag that came in late.
Unfortunate. We forced him to run that play because we had great coverage downfield. And looks like a late hit on the play.
And if that was a late hit, it was just barely late because Brooks Tilley got there, to me, what looked like right at the end of the play, and they throw the late hit flag on him, and that one kind of hurts a little bit.
Well, maybe it's a payback from the earlier play. Who knows? They've already called. It's the 3rd one, I think, is a late hit.
Well,
either out of bounds play or.
In a rivalry game like this, you seem to get a lot more of those than in just any typical matchup. 3 men wide to the near side here. Mason is looking that way. He's got a man complete. It's Griffin Roll. Roll makes a move, and inside the 40-yard line is finally brought down, very close to another Lassiter first down. And looks like they will spot it at the 38, and it should be 2nd and real short right here.
9-yard gain for the Trojans. 2nd down, 2nd and a yard.
So it is 2nd down and 1.
Now their game is just to spread out that defense all the way along.
Even if it's 2nd and 1, they'll still go ahead and throw it, and they complete it. Right side over there, that is Jimmy Mayer, and he is forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line of Walton to the 27, it looks like, and that'll be a Lassiter Trojan first down.
That's precision passing. Lipsy was right there.
Football inside the 30-yard line.
Back to trips left.
Again, 3 men split wide over here to the near side. And Mason looks like he wants to change the play up here a little bit. Now he'll take the snap, drops straight back, looking downfield, right side. Good coverage over there by Shamaria, and he breaks it up.
Good break up.
Good play by Justin Shamaria.
He ran a fly route down the right side, and Justin was there to tip it away. He looked up and knocked it down just as it was coming their way. Good pass, though, right in the end zone.
This Walton secondary has really played well all season long. There's been a lot of times where they've been overmatched size-wise, but they play so much bigger than what they really are. Mason drops back, this time a screen, and that one is broken up by Kyle Westman. What a play by Westman to come in there and break up that screen.
And Sebastian Steen was putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback to get rid of it. Kyle almost picked it off.
So 3rd down and 10 in the Walton sideline, and the Walton crowd getting into it now. Big play coming up here for the Walton defense. This time only 1 man wide to each side, actually 2 wide to the right. Mason drops back, looking over the middle. That one is incomplete. Intended that time for number 27, Bo Shaw. It'll be 4th down now, and let's see what Lassiter decides to do.
And a great pass, but just off the outstretched hands there. That would have given him a 1st down. But we need breaks along the way, too.
4th down for the Trojans. 4th and 10.
Lassiter looks like they will go for it here on 4th down and 10. This would be a pretty long field goal attempt, about 44 yards if they were to try it. Mason drops straight back. This time he's flushed out of the pocket. He is forced over to the right side. He will throw it downfield, and what a catch. What a catch by Bo Shaw.
I'm not sure. There were 2 guys in that zone, and Bo Shaw made a great catch, number 27. Gives him a 1st down. He was fully outstretched to make that play. But just a great touch pass on that.
Big 1st down pickup on 4th and 10 by Lassiter. And now they've got it inside the Walton 15. This time Mason is forced out of the pocket once again. He heaves it up over there on the right side, and that pass is caught, but out of bounds.
And again, that one was Warren Whitaker, 35, came in and put a lot of pressure on him. He had to move it, throw it out of bounds.
Walton is going to take a timeout here. We're all tied up, 14 apiece. 7 minutes, 50 seconds left to go here in this first half of play. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back with more action in just a moment.
Following her surgery, Margaret needed additional therapy before going home. At Manor Care, most of our patients are here for rehabilitative care, not a permanent residence. With expertise in developing personalized rehab programs, we tailor plans that achieve success. The Manor Care team helped Margaret regain her strength and worked out the details of Medicare so she could get back to the things that are really important. So choose a proven leader. Choose Manor Care.
That one down there, a couple of them, but most of them have been.
All right, back here at Raider Valley. 2nd down and 10 for the Lassiter Trojans from the Walton 14-yard line. We're tied up at 14 apiece.
We've got unofficially 13 completed passes already. And we got 7:50 to go in the 2nd quarter. That's a whole game for most quarterbacks.
Mason once again looking downfield. This time they got some pressure on him, and he's forced out, and he's going to be dropped right around the line of scrimmage. Great job that time by the Walton front 4, and I believe it was Kyle Westman who finally made the stop.
And the defense did a great job putting pressure on him.
And, you know, it was really a pretty good job by Hudson Mason not to get sacked for a loss. He's shown that he's actually pretty mobile back there moving around. So 3rd down and long for Lassiter. Mason again looking to the right. He's got a man open, and it's complete for the touchdown, and I believe it is number 1, Tyron Jones, on the reception.
lot of pressure, too. Whitaker came in again, but lofted the ball up. Perfect pass.
That is freshman Tyron Jones on the touchdown reception for Lassiter.
And Jones had just a step on the defender.
And this will be Alex Hanks onto a tip the extra point for the Trojans. There's the snap, the spot, and the kick is good. And Lassiter has a 21-14 lead on Walton. And we're going to replay coming up of that touchdown pass by Hudson Mason.
I mean, that was a design play. He knew right where he was going to throw it, too. He hit the freshman, too.
It was kind of a double move that time by Tyron Jones. And, boy, I tell you, he's the leading receiver for this team as a freshman coming out of the backfield. That is impressive. Seven minutes, 11 seconds left to go here in this first half. 21-14, Lassiter leading Walton.
And Tim, you know, they've had 3 possessions and they've scored on all 3. We've got to find a way to slow them down.
We've got them into a couple of fourth down situations, but for them, fourth down doesn't really mean anything. They just line up and do what they do. That is Braylon Williams and Matt Lamontagne back deep to receive for Walton.
That drive was 3 minutes and 30 seconds, too.
And Colin Mills lining up to do the kicking for Lassiter. And they will kick it short. And it is caught over there on the 20-yard line by Andre Walking, a fair catch. And that's where Walton will take over.
That's an interesting approach to a kickoff. Not sure why he did it. Did he can't kick it into the end zone?
Well, that last kick or that last return by Braylon Williams maybe got him a little nervous, where Williams was maybe a block or one move away from breaking it all the way.
And Andre had some room to run if he wanted.
All right, Walton comes out with Williams wide to the left. Looks like Cosgrove wide over here to the near side. And they will give it to the first man through the line. That is Rodney Kazibwe. Big hole right up the gut. Kazibwe out across the 45. And a pickup of 26 yards that time by Rodney Kazibwe.
And Rodney hit the hole so well on that play. The time he handed off, he was already into their backfield.
You're going to have a replay of this one coming up. And there should be a big gaping hole right in the middle of the line. We didn't see it on that picture. But either way, Rodney Kazibwe with a big gain on first down.
That's probably his best run of the year. Outstanding.
So 1st and 10 from the 46. Windler up under center, I formation behind him. He will this time hand it off to Vorster left side. He's got some running room across midfield and into Lassiter territory, brought down at about the 48-yard line. So another nice pickup by the Walton Raiders.
And you had Kyle Westman, and then again, Rodney came off his tailback on the left side and gave him an extra yard or two. I know Walton would really like to take some time off the clock here.
2nd down and 5. Kazibwe, the lone setback behind Windler. This time they'll pitch it right side to Kazibwe. He cuts it up the middle, though, and gets it to the 41-yard line. Going to be just shy of a first down. It'll be 3rd down and short for Walton.
Tim, he took it up the middle. I thought, gee, if he broke it out on the outside, he might have had a few more yards to it. He's got some great speed.
Talk about trying to take some time off the clock. Walton's got it down to 5:35 left to play here in this first half. They'd love to eat all that up. A short yardage quarterback keeper that time by Joey Windler picks up the first down for the Raiders. They'll move the chains and keep that clock moving.
That's a bad spot.
Wow.
That's a bad spot.
That is a terrible spot. That I thought for sure that was
well
a first
over the
down.
line.
They're going to have to. They'll probably bring the chains out and measure this one. That looked like.
Over the pile, he never touched the ground.
The officials look like they're kind of talking it over out there, but wow, that really looked like a first down.
He's probably asking him, what were you thinking there? He was clearly over the line with the ball. And,
wow.
I got to believe he had another yard, so.
They're going to bring the chains out, but from up here, that was clearly a first down for the Walton Raiders, but.
Let's hope it doesn't matter. Oh.
And it is going to be 4th and short. Unbelievable.
Boy, oh boy.
Boy, I tell you what, if they've got reason to be upset about that spot. That was pretty clear.
Well, they're bringing out. Looks like they're going for it.
I just run the
Big
same
play.
Same thing.
Get that offensive line to push him forward here.
4th and inches for Walton. Windler again takes the snap and surges forward, and if he doesn't have it this time, we've got a conspiracy going on. Let's see.
First down, he's already.
All right, the official went ahead and indicated first down, so this time they'll move the chains. May end up working out in Walton's favor.
I don't think the head referee is going to let the sideline guys call that one.
May end up helping Walton out, though, by running more time off the clock.
That's a good thing.
One thing you want to do is go ahead and get this 7 points on the board, but don't give that ball back to Lassiter with a whole lot of time to move down the field. So 1st and 10 from the Lassiter 39-yard line. 2 men out wide to the right side. Vorster, the lone setback, and Kazibwe in a slot left.
Pass.
Quick step drop, and that ball is dropped that time by Braylon Williams.
And that was a tough one because Braylon saw him coming. Took his eyes off of it.
And, sometimes those guys really look forward to running with the ball after the catch and forget about catching the ball first.
He was thinking about the next move he was going to make on him, I think.
So 2nd down and 10. I might have said from the 39-yard line. It's actually the 44-yard line. 2nd and 10 for Walton. 1-man split wide to each side. Vorster, the lone setback. He'll take the handoff. Left side, big hole over there. Inside the 40-yard line, Vorster is brought down at the 39. A pickup of about 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for Walton.
And Tim, if it hadn't been for that one guy, he'd have been down that sideline on that play.
So a big 3rd down play here for Walton.
You do not want to give this ball up to Lassiter.
Right at 4 minutes left to play here in this first half. Windler up under center. He'll send Kazibwe in motion, but we have a flag. And let's see what we got.
And he may have been encroaching already. Wow, it's a big
great.
play.
Yeah.
That is a big play. That'll give us 3rd and short.
3rd and inches coming up here after this 5-yard mark-off.
Number 9, the quarterback out there.
Boy, we're real short. Just short of a first.
So after the mark-off, just inside the 35-yard line is where the ball is spot down, and they've got to get it to the 34. So 3rd down, very short. Looks like Lipsy split wide over here to the near side. And a slot right as well. I formation behind Windler. He'll keep it this time, left side, and he has got the first down and a little bit more down close to the 30-yard line. Might be spotted at the 31, but either way, a first down for Walton, and they'll move the chains.
And Windler made his patented spin left and take it up the middle for the first down.
So clock is rolling here. 3:37 left to play here in this first half. Lassiter up by 7. But Walton driving. Windler in shotgun formation. 3 men wide to the right side. This time Windler on the option will pitch it to Kazibwe. Kazibwe is going to be hit in the backfield, and that is big Rip Rowan coming in there to make the stop in the backfield, and he is the senior leader on defense for the Lassiter Trojans. So 2nd down and 10 coming up, maybe 9 for the Walton Raiders. Clock keeps rolling. That's one of the important things here. Got to get points on the board, but you want to keep that clock rolling too. Down under 3 minutes left to play here in this first half. Windler taking his time. Now the backs shift in the I formation. Windler is going to, on the play action, he tries to throw it to a lineman as he gets dropped for a loss, and we've got flags on the play.
Well, it's an unfortunate play because he had the rush on him, tossed it to somebody he thought was in the flat, and it happened to be one of his linemen.
So that is going to be an intentional grounding penalty, and I believe that will be a loss of down as well. So
I'd have to say somebody missed their block on that play. Somebody got in there almost untouched.
All right, so this will bring up a did we miss something up here? I there it is, 3rd down. Okay, I did not realize intentional grounding was only a 5-yard penalty, but that helps. It is 3rd and long now, 3rd and it looks like about 20, right around there.
He gave the loss of down.
Okay, now we're back to 2nd down. I think it's 3rd down, isn't it? Or is it 2nd? Was that a first down?
It's 3rd down.
Yeah, now we're back to 3rd down.
3rd and 17.
3rd down and about 17 yards to go for the first
Sure
for the
would like
Raiders.
to get this first down here.
Stack trips on the left.
Trips out to the left side. 1 man wide over here to the near side. Windler drops back. He's got plenty of time to throw downfield, and he's looking downfield. That is complete, and it's Cosgrove on the reception. And he is out of bounds right at the marker, and let's see if they're going to be good enough for a first down.
Wow, I tell you, they had 3 people on the left side, and he threw that on a bullet, and it just bypassed the Lassiter.
Got the replay coming up here. Cosgrove catches it on the sideline.
And I think Patrick was surprised he got it because it looked like it was going to be tipped just over the outstretched arms.
Also looked like he wanted to run with it, but he just kind of lost his balance and fell back out of bounds. So just short of the first down marker. So Walton will have a 4th and very short here.
What a big play. 2:29 remaining.
Windler again on the quarterback keeper, and this time he got stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. And let's see where the spot is. It is going to be very close.
And I didn't see any movement there on the line.
And we got a I think we might have just had a Lassiter player get thrown out. I don't see a flag on the field. But it looked like one of the officials told this, it was Rip Rowan actually, the senior linebacker, told him to get over to the sidelines. But no flag, so maybe not. But either way, Lassiter holds. Walton does not convert the first down, and Lassiter will take over 1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tim, this drive is going to be a critical drive of the game early on here, but you hate to go into the locker room down more than a touchdown. Maybe we can get a big turnover here.
Took the words right out of my mouth. The Lassiter quarterback, Hudson Mason, has only thrown 3 interceptions on the season coming in, but the Walton secondary has been able to come up with some big interceptions. So
there was one player running off the field here at the last second. Might give me for too many men.
There's a legal substitution penalty against Lassiter. They'll mark it off 5 yards, and we'll try first down all over again. This time 1st down and 15. Three men wide to the left side here for Mason. One man split wide to the right side. Mason this time looking left. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket again and caught from behind. What a play that time for Walton. Number 58, Sebastian Steen, makes the stop, and that is a big, big play for the Walton defense.
Outstanding play, because he had some room there to throw, too.
No gain on the play, maybe even a loss of a yard.
The only
Second
positive
down
was he went out of bounds.
All right, Mason once again, shotgun formation, backs on each side of him. The handoff is given this time to, I believe, Tyron Jones. He's going to be wrapped up and stopped short of the 20-yard line. That actually was number 2, Trey Graham, on the carry. Clock still rolling, minute 20 left to play here in this first half. So third down and about 13 for Lassiter. Again, Mason getting the call from the sideline. Now he'll...
Surprising, they're letting the clock run, but I guess they figure they can score with a minute left in the game.
Now we are down under a minute. Mason takes the snap, looking right down the middle. The ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage, and we almost had an interception. Orrin Whitaker was right there and making a good play for Lassiter. The receiver, number 15, kind of turned himself into a DB on the play. That is looking at the wrong roster. Charlie Hegedus of Lassiter, the receiver, making a good play to prevent that interception.
And that ball was floating there, just waiting to be picked off. That Lassiter made a good play. They're probably not used to seeing a punter out there very often.
Yeah, something tells me this guy hasn't gotten too much work this season. And we've got a flag coming in before the ball is snapped.
You can have the defensive man run off the field.
And Walton was trying to get somebody off the field, but the ball had not been snapped yet, so we'll see what this flag is.
Well, they're giving us a 5-yard penalty for, what, illegal substitution, or is that too many men on the field again?
Well, they will mark it off against Walton. It'll still be fourth down, though. Lassiter still in punt formation. Back deep to receive this punt for the Raiders is Braylon Williams over there on the far side, and to the near side, I believe it is Andrew Lipsy. Can't see his number from here. And the ball is away. Nice-looking punt. And Lipsy will receive it on the 26. Makes one move. Now he's working over here to the near side, trying to find some green pasture. Has the ball stripped, and Lassiter jumps on top of it. Oh, boy. Oh, no. That was number 5 of Lassiter, Griffin Roll, who's been making plays all night long on offense. Now makes one on special teams and strips the ball away from Andrew Lipsy.
That's unfortunate because Lipsy's been very sure-handed. Good play by Lassiter, stripped the ball. Gives him 36 seconds to put something on the board. We've done well when we've put pressure on him. Let's see if we can keep it going.
This could end up being a very, very critical 36 seconds here for the outcome of this game. Walton had a chance to get the ball back, maybe get some points on the board before halftime. Instead, they put it right back in the hands of this powerful Lassiter offense. And Hudson Mason goes right to work. This is flushed out of the pocket, throws downfield. It is complete over here near the sideline. A missed tackle, and a move is made at the 5-yard line and a touchdown. Wow.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
Cody Johnson made a couple of nice moves after the catch that time and gets in the end zone, and Lassiter now takes a 2-touchdown lead.
Mason scrambled, threw a little short pass, a missed tackle by Walton, and he was up the sideline, ducked a few others, and right in. Boy, we thought we had him. This team is so explosive.
Alex Hanks on to attempt the extra point for the Trojans. The kick is up, and it is through and good. And Lassiter now leads Walton 28-14. So Walton will get the ball back, but only 26 seconds remain here in this first half. Now we'll see what they try to do with this kickoff. The last one they did the short little pooch kick that was fair caught by Andre Walking. They've kicked one deep that Braylon Williams took back a pretty good ways, and we'll see what they do this time. I would imagine they'll try to keep it out of the hands of the dangerous Raider returnman.
Well, what more can we say at this point? He's done it by throwing on a set play, and he's scrambled out of the way and thrown as well. And it seems like everywhere you turn, they've got an open receiver. I'm sure Rocky's going to get him at halftime and see if he can turn this thing around.
Yeah, it looks like they will try to kick this short this time. And the Raider returnmen move up to about the 10-yard line now, but he kicks it well short. And again, going to be caught by Walking, this time at the 30, breaks a tackle out across the 35 and brought down at the 37-yard line. 23 seconds remain here in this first half, and we'll see if Walton elects to just run the clock out or if they try to manufacture something here in these last 23 seconds. And good point pointed out by our spotter, Trevor Miller, that the Lassiter Trojans will start the second half with the football. And Lassiter is going to take a timeout to go over things here before this last 23 seconds.
I think they were surprised when Walton came out with nobody in the backfield. I'm sure they're feeling good, and they don't want to give up any easy score here with 23 seconds left.
Pretty good crowd came out to see this one tonight, and you would expect that with these two teams just literally just miles apart from each other. And so far, the weather's held off.
Yeah, we thought rain would be a factor, but it hasn't been. And that's probably worked in Lassiter's favor, too.
All right, 2 men wide to each side for the Raiders. Windler in shotgun formation. He will drop back, looking deep downfield. Now he's going to just try to tuck it up and run it, and gets up to the 40-yard line.
Boy, and Joey was hit hard on that play, too. Looks like he's a little shaken up.
Clock stops with 12 seconds remaining here in this first half of play, and you're right, Joey Windler gets up real slow.
That's not what you want to see to end your first half here. We'll need every bit of him in the second half to get us back.
No, I agree. You definitely don't want to see him getting hurt. I do, however, agree with the move of trying to see what they might be able to do with these last 23 seconds, because already down by 2 touchdowns, Lassiter is going to have this football to start the second half, and we've seen that they are quite obviously very difficult to stop. So you potentially face being behind 3 touchdowns, after the third quarter begins.
And they had a 3-man rush on that play and obviously had everybody covered, and Joey started taking off, and that's when he got hit hard.
All right, so Joey is back in there in shotgun formation, so he's okay. Second down and about 6 or 7 yards. Walton not looking for a first down, though. Walton needs to get the ball down the field in scoring position. Windler drops back. He's going to throw it short this time to Braylon Williams, and Williams once again, I think trying to run before he caught the football, falls incomplete, and 6.5 seconds now remain in this first half. 3rd down and 6.
And Braylon's been pretty sure-handed this year, and that's 2 drops for him today.
And now this time it appears Walton will just go ahead and run out these last 6.5 seconds. Windler will kneel on it, and that will do it for your first half of play. Your score here at halftime from Raider Valley, Lassiter 28, Walton 14. We're going to go ahead and take a break and be back in just a few moments.
At Gas South, comfort is helping you feel at home. Whether you're setting up service for a new home or just looking for a better rate plan to keep a few more bucks in your pocket. And Gas South is committed to delivering outstanding customer service that not only builds your trust, but by being a part of the neighborhood, builds the community as well, which makes life a little more comfortable for everyone. Sign up at gassouth.com today and see how we are committed to your comfort.
Welcome to Lazy Boy.
I know what's going on here. This furniture, these prices, all this furniture is hot.
Hot?
Come on, kids. Let's go.
It's just a sale. I swear.
Hurry in now for great savings. Comfort, it's what we do. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries.
Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Tutton.
Please. As you well know, this is a make it or break it month for the automotive industry as well as America. But let me tell you, we will make it. Be American, buy American.
What about health care?
I say take care of your health. Otherwise, you can't enjoy 0% financing for 72 months or up to $16,000 off. Only at Ed Bulls Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
Following her surgery, Margaret needed additional therapy before going home. At Manor Care, most of our patients are here for rehabilitative care, not a permanent residence. With expertise in developing personalized rehab programs, we tailor plans that achieve success. The Manor Care team helped Margaret regain her strength and worked out the details of Medicare so she could get back to the things that are really important. So choose a proven leader. Choose Manor Care.
This is a place where stories get passed from one generation to the next, where meals are shared every night, and where songs are sung so off-key it makes the coyotes cry. This is the West that we know. This is Longhorn, where you can enjoy our juicy outlaw ribeye, fire-grilled to savory perfection, or try our legendary Flo's filet with signature seasonings. Always fresh, always tender. Longhorn Steakhouse. Discover the West.
And we are back here getting ready for the start of the second half from Raider Valley with your score, Lassiter 28, Walton 14, and Lassiter will receive the football to begin the second half. Kirk Gadabush has got some stats for you, and Kirk, what do we got?
Well, for the Raiders, they've got 26 rushes, they've got 117 yards. So rushing the first half, they've got 85 yards passing, total of 202. So you look at it, you say, Tim should be right in the game. On the other side of the ledger, you've got Hudson Mason, 17 for 24 for 234 yards and 4 touchdowns. Wow, I mean that's a classic so far. He's on a roll here, and they don't have much yards rushing. It's pretty much a pass-oriented game. Again, go back to the keys for the second half aren't much different than the first half. We got to control the ball. We got to keep the ball out of their hands. They score quick. They're pretty accurate on their passing. That's going to be a piece of it. We've got to find a way to contain him when they do have the ball. We've got to get our ends to close in on him, so if he does rush and he runs out of the pocket, we've got him covered. So, Tim, we got our hands full of the second half.
Yeah, and one of the things Walton was trying to do there in the first half, they did do, and that was control the clock. Walton with 14 minutes and 36 seconds in time of possession. Lassiter with only 9 minutes and 24 seconds, but it's what they did with those 9 minutes and 24 seconds, and that is they converted 4 touchdowns, and Walton's got to really limit that in the second half, try to get some kind of turnover and sort of turn the momentum here on Lassiter, as Lassiter will begin the second half with the football.
And Tim, you know, look at the key play of the game. We had winding down with less than a minute to play in the first half. Critical turnover after after a punt, stripped the ball from us. They had the ball back and scored very quickly. Took a 2-touchdown lead going into the half.
And Walton's, you see some of the players kind of warming up over here on the near sideline. One player we do not see over here throwing the football, trying to get loose, is Joey Windler, and we're kind of wondering if when he got dinged up there near the end of that first half, if it's a serious ding. So we're going to try to take a look at this replay here of the play where he got hurt, and here it is. And you know what? Not much on that play. He didn't even get hit on that play, so it might have been a previous play where
there was one where they I think the play before that they were rushing and he got hit hard.
Yeah, you're right.
His head went hard to the ground.
And here we go again. Now
we're going to need Joey badly for the second half.
Oh boy, I tell you what, it was that second hit that really got him. Someone tied him up at first. And then another player came in and cleaned up that hit, and that's the one that might have really got him. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe he might be just getting a little extra treatment there in the locker room. We might see him come out. And here he comes right now, actually. So, and Vorster's beside him with his pads off. So we got a couple potential serious injury issues here for the Walton Raiders, but capable backups across the board. I mean, Bradley Kilborn, a junior quarterback, when he's gotten in there and gotten a chance to do some things, he has been able to contribute offensively. And then, the stable of running backs goes on for days. So we've got guys that can step in and fill in what Walton really needs here in the second half is for the defense to come up and make some big plays. And the defense, Walton defensively this year, Kirk, they've given up some points. They've given up some yardage, but they've been able to make big plays at times when they've really needed big plays.
We're going to need every bit of it. With Kyle being out too, he had 9 rushes now for 25 yards. He's been one of the workhorses running the ball the first half, and not having him here, we're going to have Rodney stepping up and Andre coming in as well.
Now, they had the trainer, and it looks like maybe the father of Joey Windler down there on the sidelines talking to Joey, and Joey walked away not really looking happy, and now he's back. And I don't know if it's a concussion situation or not. He did take a really, really big shot on that play that we just showed you.
And Kyle's had a problem with his shoulder this year, so that may be a same thing again.
But as we mentioned, guys are ready to step in and fill those shoes. Rodney Kazibwe has shown that he's more than capable running the football. Andre Walking, whenever he's gotten an opportunity, has done some good things for the Walton Raiders.
Well, Tim, it's all part of the game. You got to have other guys stepping up, and it's their chance now to show us.
And it looks like
a critical game too.
It looks like Joey might be trying to plead his case to get back out onto the field, and it looks like they're not really going to budge. So here we go, getting ready for the start of the second half. As we said, Walton will be kicking off to Lassiter. That is Tim Roosler to do the kicking off.
Well, that'll bring Brad Kilborn into the game then, and give him his chance.
Now, as with almost any backup quarterback situation, you've got different styles, and Bradley Kilborn would be more of a thrower than the runner that Joey Windler is. Here's the kickoff, taken at the 5-yard line by Lassiter, up across the 15-20, big hole up the middle, and trying to go outside where he's finally wrapped up at the 31-yard line is number 25 for Lassiter on the return. That is Isaiah Willis, I believe, or Corey Carlson, rather.
Wow, he had an opening there and finally closed the gap on him quickly. Key series for us to stop him here. Set the tone for the second half.
Oh, absolutely. Defense, especially with those injuries on the offensive side of the ball, defense really, really under the gun here to step up and make a big play and try to turn this momentum back over to the Walton Raiders. And for the first time, we're going to see Hudson Mason go up under center, and a flag before the ball is snapped. Let's see what we got here. It is going to be a procedure penalty. They had 2 men in motion. Well, for a second I thought maybe it might be 2 men in motion at the same time, but you can't really count the quarterback running up under center as being in motion, so I don't know.
We're probably not used to seeing him under center.
So a 5-yard mark off. It'll be first down and 15 for the Trojans from their own 26-yard line. Can't say it enough. Big defensive series for Walton. Mason drops back, looking downfield over the middle. Wide open was Griffin Roll, I believe. Pass falls incomplete, but boy, if that pass is on target, Griffin Roll has got himself 6 points.
Strong rush, but he was back to pass and right down the middle, just overthrew him by a couple yards.
So second down and 15.
That's a tough thing on a slick field. They know where they're running and we don't.
Again, Mason, no huddle, shotgun formation. This time looking right side. Got a man complete over there. That is number 27 on the reception for Lassiter, Bo Shaw. So a good
They go to a no huddle here too, Tim.
Yep, good pickup by the Trojans, but they're still short of a first down. About 6 yards to go here on third down for Lassiter. 3 men wide to the left side, 2 men split wide to the right side. Empty backfield back there for quarterback Hudson Mason. Takes the snap. He is forced out of the pocket. He's going to be sacked by Westman. The ball is on the ground. We have flags on the play. That might be a holding call. But the Lassiter offensive line having a difficult time containing Kyle Westman.
Strong rush by Kyle on that play.
So Walton declines that penalty. Lassiter will choose to punt it away here. Dropping back to return this punt, Andrew Lipsy and Braylon Williams standing at the Walton about the 42-yard line. The punt is away. It's going to be short kick. And if you're on the receiving end, you want to just get away from it. And they will down it at the 41-yard line. So, Kirk, we talked about Walton needed to come up with a big defensive series, and they did just that.
Yeah, we said if they step up this first series, and now they've got a chance starting at their own 41, Brad Kilbourne's going to see what he can do to make it happen here.
Well, I tell you,
That's a tough assignment.
Kilbourne is out there at quarterback for the Raiders, and Joey Windler, he's standing still now, but he's been pacing that sideline like a caged tiger. He really wants to be out on that field. 2 men wide to the near side here for Walton. 1 man split wide to the right side. They will hand it off to, I believe it is Andre Walking, and a good, powerful run that time by Andre Walking. Gets it out to midfield. A 9-yard pickup by Andre Walking.
Hard running by him. He's just a tough guy to bring down. I think they just want to keep Brad loose to start, give him a couple of safe plays. Hopefully they can keep this going. Not have to put him in a tough position.
Haygood and Cosgrove split wide to the left side. I formation behind Kilbourne. Now Haygood comes in motion. He's a slot left. They hand it off to Walkeen. He's setting up his blocks. He's got a first down and more inside Lassiter territory to the 45-yard line, but a flag on the play. And this one looks like it may go against Walton.
Yeah, it looks like they got Kyle on that one.
It is going to be a holding penalty against the Walton Raiders. And whenever you see an offensive lineman with laundry on the field looking at the official with his palms up in the air like that, saying, "What did I do?" That's a pretty good indication you got holding on the offense.
That's tough because Andre had another good run on that play, too. Yeah, it's tough. You don't want to put Brad in a tough position on his first series, but he's going to run into him here this half. You know that. They're going to test him early here.
Well, he's a very capable backup quarterback. This time they got 4 wides to the right side, 1 man wide to the left. And Kilbourne's going to throw it to Cosgrove, and just off the fingertips of Patrick Cosgrove over there on the left side, falls incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd down and a long 11 for the first.
And that defender was just waiting for him to catch that to really clock him. So Brad led him just a little bit too much.
So 3rd down and long coming up here. Raiders break the huddle. Again, Haygood over here to the near side. Cosgrove also split wide to the right, and it looks like Lipsy in a slot right. 2 men split wide to the left side. Empty backfield. Kilbourne, quick pass is incomplete, and it looks like the routes kind of got cut off by the defenders of Lassiter that time. And
I think somehow he was hitting that slant to Lipsy and just overthrew him.
So each defense forces a punting situation to start the second half. Now Lassiter will get it back. That's Griffin Roll back deep to receive this punt by the Walton Raiders. And he's going to set up shop at about his own 28-yard line. And that is Patrick Cosgrove back to do the punting for Walton. Cosgrove gets the punt away and going to drive Griffin Roll back, and that one goes off his fingertips. He's got to pick that up. Now he's trying to look at the defenders, makes one man miss, makes another miss, still on his feet. Griffin Roll gets it all the way back out to about the 18-yard line. Boy, that could have been disastrous for Lassiter, but Griffin Roll made a nice athletic play. And Walton comes up with the ball. Kirk, I'm sitting here running my mouth about what a play Griffin Roll makes. I didn't even know he'd fumbled.
I'm looking at Wes Bailey, made a good hit there. I don't know if he caused it, but
might have been a case of Griffin Roll trying to do a little
Walton had
too
the ball
much.
for just over a minute, punted off the fingertips. He's trying to run it back, trying to make something happen, and Walton comes up with a big play we're all talking about.
And we're going to get a quick replay in here as the punt goes over the head of Griffin Roll. Fumble must have come in right at the end. Now we're back to live action, and I believe that is Andre Walton on the carry, and he is stuffed up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. That is Walton.
And with Brad in there, unfortunately, they're going to know that we're going to run more, and they're going to stack it up there. So we've got to show them we can change it up.
So we talked about Walton needing to get a stop on defense. We talked about them needing a big play. So far they've gotten both of those. Now it's their turn to convert offensively. 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders. I formation behind Kilbourne. Kilbourne, short drop, throws it out, left side, complete to Braylon Williams, and Williams falls down. Otherwise, he might have had a touchdown.
Braylon made a nice spin on that play, and unfortunately just slipped and went down.
So that's good for Bradley Kilbourne to go ahead and get that first completion under his belt. Get some of those butterflies out of there. And 3rd down and short yardage for the Raiders.
And I think we're probably going to see Andre get this one.
They will hand it off to Walton, left side, and he is near a first down. First forced out of bounds over there. Very close to the first down marker. We'll see if he got enough for the first down. They may even have to measure this one. The indicator says 4th down, and I guess they will not even measure. So 4th down and short yardage to go.
And of course, Walton's going for it, being down 2 scores here. Big play here.
Double tight end formation. Walton's going to send Mooney in motion. And he's the lead blocker as they hand off to Walton, and he definitely got enough for the first down.
Penetration there of the line, pushing Andre over.
Got to watch out for that one side judge who's been given the bad spots all night. Yeah. You never know what he's going to come up with. So 1st down and goal for the Walton Raiders, and just a little bit, you can feel the momentum sort of shifting back over to the Walton Raiders here.
First and goal for the Raiders, football on the 7.
Kilborn takes the snap, going to hand off to Walking, left side, gets a block in the backfield. Touchdown, Andre Walking!
Rodney Kazibwe on the left side made a nice block and freed him up. I don't think Andre was even touched here. Great run by him. Made a nice cut to the outside and was gone.
I will get a replay of that touchdown for you coming up after this extra point attempt. It is Rusler, I believe, on to attempt the extra point. Lipsy on for the hold. The kick is up, and it is good. So Walton cuts it to a 7-point lead for the Lassiter Trojans. And here's that replay we were talking about.
That replay show looked like Rodney took 2 guys out there in that corner.
I was hoping you were going to say that. I was hoping you noticed that. Kazibwe, you mentioned the great block, and then when we got a chance to look at the replay, he took 2 guys out.
But they've gotten the break they needed to get back into this game. Now the defense has got to stop them here, really get some momentum. Let's see how the defense steps up on this one. And hopefully that touchdown, bringing them back close, will get them that extra boost that they need here.
Camera crew doing a good job of getting us a good sideline shot of the Walton sideline, and you see no panic whatsoever on that Walton sideline. They realize that they are still very much in this football game, and there's a lot of time left to go. Seven minutes, 21 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. Walton kicking off. That's Rusler. Kicks it off deep. Going to be taken at the 3-yard line and heading up to the 20 and taken down there. It looks like it's number 25 for Lassiter. That is Corey Carlson.
John Ficarota on the tackle.
Boy, he's made great contributions this year on special teams, John Ficarota. So I guess from this point on, every defensive series for Walton is a big one. You got
it.
Try to keep this Lassiter offense in check and keep getting that ball back in the hands of the Walton offense.
Keep this strong rush.
Mason on first down, looking downfield. He's going to throw right side. That one is complete. Walton had good coverage and good pressure that time, but you give Mason just enough time, and he's going to find somebody open.
That's Kendall Newsom, Jr. Great catch right over top of Matt LaMontagne. I mean, that throw had to be perfect.
So good enough for first down yardage. That'll move the chains. And Orrin Whittaker checks in at linebacker for Walton. Keegan Cowley comes out of the game. Man in motion right to left is Griffin Roll. This time rolling out right is Mason, looking downfield, and that one is incomplete. Sebastian Steen had the pressure on that. Chris Mooney a little bit of pressure as well, and good coverage by Andrew Lipsy.
Good things happen when we get pressure on that quarterback, so I think we'll be keeping at least 3 or 4 people stacked up there trying to push him.
Second down and 10, 3 men split wide to the right side. Mason drops straight back. This time he's trying to go deep. The ball is hanging up in the air for a long time, and Matt LaMontagne had the coverage, Kirk, but he did not turn around and look for the football, and you're going to get a flag on that every time.
Unfortunately, Matt wasn't looking up and ran right into him. Unfortunately, he got beat but had time to turn around and make up for the play, and it didn't happen.
Let's see. I'm wondering
Somehow
if we had
the ball back.
I'm wondering if we had a penalty against Lassiter before the pass interference. Let's see. Maybe they're just going to mark it off from the line of scrimmage. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Well, the fans are booing, but that's a good call. And Matt LaMontagne's a heck of a defensive back. He's had a really good year for Walton. Just didn't get his body turned around soon enough on that play.
Yeah, Matt will straighten that out when they show him the play again.
This time 2 men wide to each side. Now man in motion left to right for Lassiter. They got trips over there on the right side. Mason rolling right. He's under pressure, and Mason's going to try to have to run with it, and he is going to be dropped. Mason is dropped for a very short loss.
And Mason had a guy open on the right-hand side. I'm surprised he didn't fire it over there, but
so 2nd down and 11.
We have 4 guys out again, only one in the backfield with him.
Mason taking the snap, looking downfield. The ball is in the air. Shamaria turns around, and a great play that time by Justin Shamaria. And that is what you have to do, is when that ball was in the air, he got his body turned around, so he's facing the football when the contact was made between him and the defender. And the official sees that as he's going for the ball and not the defender. And they're...
You're right. He wheeled back, threw a 40-yard pass, right on the money. Great play by Justin, though.
And here's the replay on that coverage. Good coverage that time by Justin Shamaria. 3rd down and 11. Mason again with some pressure, and he goes over the middle, and it's incomplete. Matt LaMontagne was there on the coverage, and a pretty good effort trying to come up with the football that time by Lassiter, Kendall Newsom, but it falls incomplete, and Lassiter is forced to punt once again.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Keegan Kiley was in there and made a lot of pressure, put a lot of pressure on him, and he just threw it up short. We put more pressure on him, and that's forced him to do things he's not used to seeing.
Again, Lipsy and Braylon Williams back deep to receive. And the punt is away, and this one's a pretty good one. Lipsy's going to fair catch it at the 19-yard line. Well, looks like they'll mark it right at the 20, and Kirk, wow. Well, you know, you go into halftime down 2 touchdowns to this high-powered team. They get the ball first to start the second half. You're without your starting quarterback, your starting running back. Things don't look so good, but right now, momentum shifting back towards the Walton Raiders.
I think we're all surprised here at this point. We got halfway through the quarter, and we've got the ball back with a chance now to go in and tie this thing up.
Boy, the defense really stepped it up on these last 2 series, and Joey Windler back in there at quarterback for the Walton Raiders. He's going to take the snap and keep it and lose 1 or 2 yards.
16, Joey Windler.
Well, if Joey was hurt, he's back in there running the ball. So
loss of 1 yard on the play. Haygood checks into the ball game. Braylon Williams comes out.
You know, that's the tough part. That first down play, you really want to get 4 or 5 yards to start it off. You're already now putting yourself in a hole.
Now Windler up under center on 2nd and 11. Boy, there were 2 people in motion, and they didn't throw a flag on that. Windler now looking downfield. He's got Haygood open over the middle, complete. First down yardage on the forward progress, and they will get that favorable spot with the forward progress marked at the 32-yard line. But a nice catch over the middle by Austin Haygood.
And Austin floated right over the middle and was there for Joey. Good target for him.
I think Walton might have got away with a procedure penalty there, having the 2 guys in motion at the same time. Here's the
It almost
replay.
looked like it was a broken play or something. I think that was his second-year receiver he hit on that one, but that's good for Walton.
So 1st and 10 Walton from their own 32-yard line. 2 men over here to the near side. Windler's going to hand it off to Andre Walkeen. He'll go right up the middle, out close to the 40-yard line. Stopped at the 39. A nice pickup of about 7 yards that time by Andre Walton.
He just runs like a bull, so tough to bring down. There you go, 7 yards on your first down play. That's the way to keep the drive going. You have so many more options when you got 2nd down and 3 then.
You're right about that. 2nd and 3, a lot better than 2nd and 8 or 9. 2 men wide to the left side, 1 man over here to the right side. That's Cosgrove. Pitch goes right to Kazibwe. Kazibwe's got some blocks. He's across the 45 to 50. Kazibwe into Lassiter territory, inside the 45-yard line and down to the 43-yard line. A nice run that time by Rodney Kazibwe.
Matt Gilbert made a great block, number 68, to free him up. But boy, Rodney, that speed, it's nice to see that. 22-yard run by Rodney on that play. Outstanding.
Got the replay right here. Blocks all over the place. And a nice piece of running by Kazibwe. So another first down for the Raiders. Windler will take the snap. This time he's going to keep it himself. A lot of blocking over there on the left side. And Windler will pick up a nice chunk on first down, about 5 yards.
Stop by 43, Rick Rowan, number 25, Corey Carlson.
Well, I tell you what, if you just showed up for the second half of this game and did not look at the scoreboard, you really would think Walton has been dominating this football game.
Yep, we certainly have turned things around here. The chance to really put a hurt on them here.
Now they hand it off to Walton, and he's hitting the backfield, shakes a tackle, but Rip Rowan comes in there to clean it up and make the stop, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
First hit by 62, Derek Demanda. Tackled by 43, Rick Rowan.
So 3rd down and 6 for the Raiders. Cosgrove and Braylon Williams check into the football game.
And Andre broke the first tackle and couldn't get by the second one.
Windler will fake a handoff on the play action, looking downfield left side. This time he will tuck it up. Thought about running for a second. It's complete to Cosgrove. He's got it inside the 10. 5, touchdown, Patrick Cosgrove. A 39-yard catch and run by Patrick Cosgrove.
Wow, has this game turned around? Windler broke right. I thought he was going to run with the ball, Tim. And a beautiful lead.
I thought the exact same thing you did. I thought once he started breaking off into the right flat area, I thought he was going to just tuck it up and run it. Instead, chose to throw it downfield, and I'm glad he did because Patrick Cosgrove made the catch and did the rest.
And Cosgrove went down the sideline. I thought he was going to step out. He was tight roping that right down the line. There's a little mix up there.
Tim Russler knew that was going to be a penalty before anybody else. The snap came, and he didn't even think about moving forward to kick that football. Got a replay of this touchdown coming up.
You look at that, it looks like almost a broken play. He went out, and Patrick helped him out by rolling out, following up.
It looked like it was just a crossing route over the middle, and Cosgrove just kind of had to extend the route as the play was extended. That kick is good, and we are all tied up at 28 here at Raider Valley. 1 minute.
Tim, how can you explain this turnaround so far? This is amazing.
Boy, it's what needed to be done is exactly what happened, and we talked about it right before the start of the second half, and that was we needed a stop on defense, and then we needed a big play, and we got the big play. And here it comes again. Now watch Cosgrove lined up in the left slot. He'll sit right there, and now he's got to just sort of improvise. Makes the catch at the 20, and then takes it right up the sideline.
Well, to hold them to no points here toward the end of a quarter is amazing in itself. But you look back on the plays, Tim, that fumble and the punt seemed to turn things around. We got some momentum to start. The defense stopped them, got the ball back again, and here we are, tied up.
You're right about that. Griffin Roll trying to extend that punt return and maybe tried to do a little too much and got that ball stripped. And a big momentum shift back over to the Walton Raiders. Now we're back to square one. Might as well be a 0-0 ball game at this point. The kickoff by Rusler is deep, and that will be a touchback. And Lassiter will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
You don't have to worry about a pooch kick. Just kick it in the end zone. Let them take it out at the 20. Well, they certainly have the crowd behind them now. Boy, you look at across the field, Lassiter is dead silent over there.
Now, we have seen exactly how explosive this offense can be, so by no means whatsoever are the Walton Raiders out of the woods just yet. Got to keep making stops on defense. Mason looking right side, passes complete over there to Mayer, I believe, and a stop on the play by Shamaria.
Yeah, Justin gave him a little bit too much room there. But it's tough to do on a wet field, too.
You're right about that. And another thing is you can give them a little bit of room. What you don't want is for them to get behind you. Definitely got to keep them.
He's burned a few people today.
So 2nd down and about 2 for the Lassiter Trojans. 3 men split wide over here to the left side. 1 man out wide to the right. Mason is looking right all the way. Shamaria with the coverage, and that ball is overthrown. Good coverage over there by Justin Shamaria.
Justin has done an excellent job tonight covering his folks.
He's got to hustle back to the line of scrimmage. Lassiter's getting ready to snap this football.
That's the thing. They go to this no huddle stuff. You got to be ready.
So 3rd down and 2. Mason this time looking left, and he is flushed out of the pocket. You got to contain him, though. We got a flag as Mason dives for the 1st down marker, but a flag on the play, and coming right in the middle of the field like that, you just always assume it's going to be holding.
Yeah, it looks like it's against Lassiter.
And it is.
You got to contain him. Our ends let him around that side. Gave him that extra yards he needed. But fortunately for Walton, holding on the play.
Down under 1 minute remaining here in this 3rd quarter of play. You're watching Raider Vision Gamecast on Raider TV. Now 1 man split way out to the left side over here. And 2 setbacks in the backfield with Hudson Mason. He'll drop back. He is looking down the middle. This time he's flushed out once again on 3rd and long. Mason is forced out of bounds near the 1st down marker. It'll depend on where the official says he went out of bounds.
Oh, yeah, he's way short.
And he is well short of a 1st down. You're right, Kirk.
There again, a great stop by the defense. How do you figure that out?
Boy, I tell you what, I mean, you watch games on TV, you always hear the announcers talk about halftime adjustments, and boy, I tell you what, right now, I mean, we still got a quarter to play, but right now the Walton defensive coaches in particular deserve a big kudos for the halftime adjustment.
I mean, we put more pressure on them, but also we've tightened up on them, so the receivers are covered more.
Now the kick is away. Another pretty good kick this time. Fair catch signaled for and made by Andrew Lipsy at the 31-yard line. So, wow. Very, very different couple of halves of football so far.
Well, for a guy that doesn't punt much, their punter looks pretty darn good.
Walton back out onto the field. That is Windler in there at quarterback. He was out for the first series or two of the second half, but he's been back in there since. He will hand it off to Andre Walton, who breaks it out right side and makes a nice move. Walton out across the 40 to the 41 or 2-yard line. Going to be very close to a first down for Walton.
Andre uses a shake and bake. Juke the first guy out and then cut inside on him. Great run again by Andre. He has really stepped up. We talked earlier about Kyle Vorster going out of the game, but boy, Andre has really stepped up.
And I tell you another thing about the Walton backfield, Rodney Kazibwe is a dangerous runner, but boy, I tell you, he might even be more valuable as a blocker. He's made some great blocks. And that is Andre Walton on the carry. We got a flag on the play as Walton gets it out across the 45-yard line to the 46, but a flag comes down, and let's see what this one is. That is holding against the Walton Raiders, so that'll move them back 10 yards.
Well, that's a tough thing to do. Put them back on their heels when we're getting the drive going.
Kirk, while we've got a quick second here, I want to mention the names of all the folks that make these Raider Vision Gamecast webcasts possible, and that's Pete English, who does great work over there mixing. Bob McLeod, Kurt Schreiner, who's been your play-by-play guy all season long, except for tonight. Kurt Gadabush, Chris Surface, Dennis Vega, Jeff Schweck, Trevor Miller. We appreciate all these guys. Mike Travis from the Touchdown Club, John Woods. Thanks to all those guys who helped make these webcasts possible this year. All right, second down and 20. Windler this time, first down and 20 rather. Windler in shotgun formation. Looking down the middle of the field, and that ball was intended for Andrew Lipsy, but tipped and almost intercepted that time by Rip Rowan.
And that was just tipped. Got a break on that one. Almost looked like Joey threw that sidearm on the play. Tim, on that, Tim, that quarter, Lassiter only had the ball a little over 2 minutes.
Well, Walton, we talked about that, keeping control of the football, and they've definitely done that all night long. They were a little bit too loose defensively there in the first half and had a couple of bad breaks and turnovers not go their way. But so far here in the second half, you kind of want to be cautious using this word, but really it's been close to domination for Walton here in the second half. So the third quarter has come to a close. We're going to flip sides of the field here. All tied up at 28. And you see the student section really getting into it. And athletic director Christian Settle in there as well.
Yeah, we said earlier, if you got injured players, somebody's got to step up, and Andre stepped up for us. Good to have Joey back in, too, running the show.
And Christian Settle, Walton athletic director, getting swarmed and beat up on by the students. Enjoying every second of that.
We got second down and 20.
All right, 12 more minutes of football. Or 12 more minutes left in regulation, I should say.
This is a gut check time we talk about.
Three receivers stacked over here on the left side. Windler in shotgun formation. He is looking left. He's got Braylon Williams. It is complete at the 35, and Braylon Williams is going to be dragged down right there. So a short gain for the Raiders, and that will bring up third and long.
Third, about 17.
So a big third down play coming up here for the Walton Raiders.
You got everybody spread wide on this one.
Yep. Empty backfield for Windler. 3 men wide to the right, 2 men wide to the left. Lindler drops back, looking left. Now he's going to go downfield right side. Cosgrove is there, and we've got contact and no flag. Contact over there and no flag, and an interception by Lassiter. Wow. Wow, we're going to get a replay on that. You're going to see a lot of contact without a flag. Really makes that offensive pass interference against Walton in the first half look kind of shaky. Boy.
It seemed like he was all over his back
Yep.
on that play.
Cosgrove got his jersey tugged on big time, and no flag there.
And you can hear from the crowd, too. They don't feel it's right either.
Well, Lassiter takes over again, this time at their own 28-yard line. Mason is forced out, and there's an interception. Walton comes right back. It's Brooks Tilley on the interception, and the officials are trying to figure out whether or not he trapped it.
I think they're trying to figure out whether he intercepted it.
And they say incomplete, the ball hit the ground. Wow. Boy, I tell you what, the calls suddenly are just not going Walton's way. Looked like Brooks Tilley came in and made a great interception on that screen attempt. Here's a replay. And you know what? Our view was kind of obscured by the body of Brooks Tilley as the ball was between him and the Lassiter sideline.
You got to regroup, though.
So second down and 10 for the Raiders. 4 men this time split wide to the right side. Mason instead looks left. He's got the ball complete over there, and a nice move inside that time. I believe it is Griffin Roll. Let's see. Griffin Roll on the reception, and he picks up just enough for a first down, but we've got a flag at the end of the play, and that might be a face mask against Walton. Waiting for the official indication, and there it is.
Boy, they've had some tough penalties here.
Boy, I tell you.
Some tough breaks.
It looked like for a moment there Brooks Tilley had made a game-changing type of play. The official says that he trapped it, and all of a sudden Lassiter is on the move once again.
You got to keep cool heads here now. Let's play tough.
First and 10 at the Walton 45-yard line. Hudson Mason again, shotgun formation. This time looking right. He's got a man right over there, complete inside the 40, down to about the 37. And on the reception is Keith Knight.
And Hudson Mason anticipated that rush and dumped it off quick.
Second down and about 2 for the Trojans. 3 men wide to the left, 1 man wide over here to the right. And Tyron Jones is going to go from a slot left and into the backfield alongside Hudson Mason. Mason this time looking left, but he is flushed out of the pocket. On the chase is Radlhuber. He releases the ball, and that is going to fall harmlessly incomplete. And it will be 3rd down and 2 for the Trojans.
And it looked like Zach Radlhuber came over there and kind of hesitated for a minute. Surprised to see that he was all alone, ready to hit him, and had to chase him out of the pocket.
Big 3rd down play, Raider fans. 3rd and short.
Time once again for the Walton defense to step up here and make a play. 3rd down and 2, Lassiter. Mason this time is looking left. Now he's going to go back right side. We've got a flag on the play as the ball is complete, and when it's thrown in the backfield like that, you can just about guarantee it's going to be holding on Lassiter. And it is.
We have certainly been putting more pressure on him too, Tim. That would have given them the first down too.
That is a spot foul, so the official begins marking it off at the Walton 49-yard line, and now the ball will be marked down at the Lassiter 41-yard line.
It's a great chance to get the ball back here now. Let's go. Let's see how many people they rush on this play.
3rd down and 23 yards to go for the first down. 3 men wide to the left side for Mason, 1 man wide to the right side. Mason this time is looking left. He's hit as he throws. The ball is in the air, and LaMontagne had the coverage, and it's going to be 4th down.
And that receiver was all over his back, too. Fortunately, it was way over their heads. Yeah, but Matt played great position on that play.
So 4th down, 23. Lassiter to punt it away. Again, Lipsy and Braylon Williams back deep to receive the punt.
And they're back right together so they can shield each other and who's going to get the ball.
Boy, the punter slipped down as he made contact with the football, and it turns out to be a great
and he
punt.
Gets to go roll,
as
too.
it rolls down inside the 20 to about the 15. But boy, the Lassiter punter, number 17, that's Cody Johnson, right as his foot made contact with the football, slips down. Turned out pretty good for him.
Well, it looked like they were on a roll again, and unfortunately we made some key stops, and the penalty hurt them. And now Walton has a chance to get back in and take the lead.
9:35 left to go in this ball game, Kirk, and I don't know about you, but a 9-minute, 35-second touchdown drive sounds pretty good to me right about now.
Would that be outstanding here?
So Walton has the football 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line, 85 yards to go. Quick snap taken by Windler. Left side rush out across the 20 to about the 23, maybe 4-yard line. Big pickup on 1st down by Joey Windler.
There you go, Tim. You got another great 1st down play. Gives them a lot of options when it's 2nd and short.
David Pedersen, number 76, coming up to make the stop that time for Lassiter. So when we go back to halftime and the discussion that was taking place over here on the sideline between Joey Windler, the trainer, his father, looks like Joey was right. He was ready to come back in the game.
And he showed us by running the first play back in.
Now on the play action, Windler looking downfield. It's got Kazibwe on the wheel route, open for just a moment, but the pass is just overthrown.
And that's a tough play for a running back who's not used to making that long run like that. That's one you'd like to see Cosgrove or Williams down there going long.
So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 1 situation. Walton breaks the huddle up to the line really quickly. Windler takes the snap. Again, spins around. He's got 1st down yardage out near and across the 30-yard line to the 31. They will stop the clock just long enough to...
patented Windler spin move.
Clock stops just to get the chains moved. Now they'll roll it. Walton wants to keep that clock running. Now Lipsy wide to the right side. Instead, Windler takes the snap, hands it back to Andre Walkeen, who's tripped up there by number 24. If not, Andre Walkeen had a lot of green territory up ahead of him. That was
Jordan
Jordan
Taylor. He went
Taylor.
down hard on his head, and he looks a little dazed coming up.
Number 23, Mitchell Allen, 7-yard gain, 2nd down, 2nd and short 2.
Nice pickup by Andre Walkeen. 2nd and 2. All spotted at the 39-yard line of Walton. 2 men wide to the right side. Now the back shift into an I formation. It's Kazibwe and Walkeen. Short drop complete over here to the right side to Cosgrove. He's got a 1st down at midfield into Lassiter territory at the 49-yard line.
Tim, that is a tough pass to throw on a line. Hit him right on the hands. And Patrick's shown us all year that he's got the steady hands. He's the one who'll make the tough catch.
This time Windler's going to keep it. A whole lot of running room over here on the left side, and he's finally brought down at about the 45-yard line, and it sounds like the Walton faithful wanted a spearing call or a late hit or something at the end of the play, but a pickup of about 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Raiders.
And Joey kind of took it wide. If he had taken it upfield, he would probably gotten a few more yards again.
Boy, I tell you what, Kirk, I just got a quick glimpse of the replay there, and it looks like the Walton people complaining about that were right. This time a handoff left side to Walton, and he is forced out of bounds at about the 43-yard line, a short pickup. It'll be third down and about 3 or 4 for the first.
That's a hard tackle out of bounds. Went up high on him.
It's third and about 4.
And play has really picked up here. There's a lot of hard hitting going on right now.
Okay. 7 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Windler trying to draw Lassiter offsides. Take the snap and try to run it right side, and he does not get the first down. He might have picked up about a yard, but not much more than that, and it is decision time now for the Walton coaching staff with a 4th down coming up here. And they talked it over, and Walton's going to go ahead and punt this ball away. See that clock rolling there. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the ball game. All tied up at 28. That is Griffin Roll back deep to return this punt for Lassiter. Cosgrove to punt it away for Walton.
Let's see if Patrick can angle this one out.
Well, he definitely angled it out. He just didn't get quite the distance on that one that he wanted to.
That's all right. Could have been worse. Didn't look good going off his foot, but and we're inside the 25 anyways.
Yep. They'll spot it at the 24-yard line of Lassiter.
Tim, that's one of those touch punts, and it's tough to do once you're used to swinging it hard all the time. So it didn't hurt us. You sure would like to saddle them back inside their 10, though. And here they come.
So this Walton defense has shut out this Lassiter offense this second half. We'll see if they can do it one more time here. 6 minutes, 1 second left to go here in this football game. 3 men split wide over here to the near side. Mason in shotgun as always. Throws it quickly over here to the right side to Griffin Roll. He's got a lot of running room ahead of him, out across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Big pickup on first down for Lassiter. 21-yard pickup on first down.
And on that play, Bo Shaw, number 27, kept Andrew Lipsy out of the way. Made a key block on him to spring him loose.
So 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Mason this time with 3 men wide to the left side. Tyron Jones joins him in the backfield. 1 man split wide over here to the near side. Handoff to Tyron Jones, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage, but falls forward for 1 yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
Good stop on that play. Brad Noble head up on him.
Again, trips out there to the left side. Mason will roll left and looks that way, and he lost the football. Catches it. Now he'll roll back to the right side. Hudson Mason's going to try to turn something out of nothing, and he picks up a big gain over here on the near right sideline across the 40-yard line to about the 36, maybe 37-yard line. A first down for Lassiter, but wow, what a play. The ball hurt. He reached back to throw. The ball slipped out of his hands, and he caught it.
Yep. He went back to throw it and came loose. He caught it, went right down the right sideline.
And here's the replay.
The linemen were chasing him, just didn't have the speed to catch him.
And wow.
And since he was looking on the left-hand side, everybody was moving that way.
Great individual effort that time by Hudson Mason.
What a play, though.
Now this time looks down the middle of the field. He's got a man over there. Lipsy turns around and almost makes the interception. Good coverage.
I'm not sure what pass interference is if that wasn't. He came literally behind him and kept the ball out of his arms.
Good coverage that time, and good recovery by Andrew Lipsy.
See the guy behind him.
Yeah, you're right. He did.
Draped all over him.
Reached over his back.
Been the other way around, that sure would have had a flag on it.
It's just one thing I'll say about those Zebras out there, they've got a tough job, and that's definitely not something I would ever want to do. 2nd down and 10. Mason again drops back, looking over the middle. He's got a man complete at the 20-yard line and dropped down there at the 14-yard line. On the reception is number 12.
Connor Westman got up to pop him, and he hit him wide open across the middle.
That was Kendall Newsom on the reception. So another 1st down for Lassiter inside the 15-yard line of Walton. 4:40 left to go in this football game. Mason looking left this time, and he's got a man in the end zone. It is complete, and did he come down with it? He did. Boy, the coverage was there once again, but he
perfect throw, though.
Yeah,
he right on the line.
He absolutely can thread a needle. And even before the snap, Hudson Mason was sitting there staring over at that left side.
He saw his target, he fired at him, and unfortunately the guys got there a step too late.
So Lassiter scores their first touchdown here of the second half, and they go ahead for the moment 34-28. They'll attempt this extra point to try to make it 35. The snap, the spot, and the kick is up, and it is good. And Lassiter has taken a 7-point lead, 35-28 over the Walton Raiders. 4 minutes and 28 seconds left to go here. And I'm going to say it in regulation. Because we're going to have a replay of that touchdown throw and catch here. Mason going for that left corner of the end zone. And look, double coverage. And somehow the receiver comes up with it.
Threw just over Jacob's head, and Matt got there a step too late to do anything.
Looked like number 27, Bo Shaw, on the touchdown reception. And just a perfect throw. The only place he could really put that football for it to be a touchdown, and Hudson Mason did just that.
I didn't see a weak arm on that one, Tim. I think he's got a pretty strong arm.
So plenty of time left here for the Walton Raiders to possibly come back and tie this game up. There is the kick. It's going to be taken by Braylon Williams at his own 4-yard line. He'll head upfield looking for some blocks. He's got him. He makes a move and gets across the 25-yard line close to the 30. Going to be tackled at about the 29-yard line. So Walton will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
And Braylon was a step or two away from breaking that one wide open. 2 good returns in this game.
1st and 10, Raider football on the 29-yard line.
4 minutes, 21 seconds left to play here from Raider Valley. You're watching Raider Vision Gamecast on Raider TV. Walton comes out of the huddle, 2 men wide to the left side over here. Andre Walking, the single setback, Kazibwe in a slot right. Windler, a short drop looking over the middle, and that one is intercepted by Rip Rowan. Stepped right in front of Patrick Cosgrove, and Rowan is finally tackled at about the 19-yard line of Walton.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. If you watched, Joey had his eyes centered on who he's throwing it to and looking right through Rip, and he picked it off.
Boy, here comes the replay, and the pass, it seemed like it was kind of underthrown a little bit.
Yeah, Patrick never had a chance of getting it. That one had to be a little higher.
And boy, Lassiter, Kirk, they filled up those visitor stands, and they are making some noise over there now.
Yeah, unfortunately, they've come alive now.
Again, Mason in shotgun formation. This time they'll keep it on the ground. Tyron Jones, left side, breaks a tackle and gets it close to 1st down yardage, a pickup of about 8 or 9.
Yeah, I think the defense is surprised when they run the ball. So here you got 9 yards off that play.
If Lassiter is able to come away with any points whatsoever on this possession, even a field goal, it'll make it very, very difficult for Walton to come back and win this football game.
It's tough. The defense is back out there again so quickly. No time to rest.
2nd down and 3. Mason checks with the sideline. Now he's got the call. He will hand it off once again as they will keep it on the ground and try to run some clock here. And on the carry for the Trojans looks like number 20, Keith Knight.
Need a key turnover here because 2 scores down would make it very difficult.
3rd down, 3rd and 1. First down, Trojans.
And they've got a 1st down to run some clock themselves.
Mason again checking with the sideline.
They're just running clock here.
Now he'll take the snap and hand it off. They keep it on the ground across the 10, the 5, and into the end zone for a touchdown is Griffin Roll. Wow.
And like we said earlier, they score so quickly. Any mistakes, they make you pay for it.
Yep, I'll tell you what, and Walton really hasn't made a whole lot of mistakes tonight. They had the fumbled punt, which turned out to be very, very costly, and now this interception comes back to haunt Walton. But, you know, for the most part, they've played a pretty outstanding football game. They had a couple breaks not quite go their way officiating-wise, and I'll tell you what, Lassiter has really capitalized every time they've gotten a break. The extra point is good, and that makes it a 2-touchdown lead for the Lassiter Trojans with just 2.5 minutes left in this ball game.
Well, you know, you go back, you look at it. We've had, you know, the punt that was stripped from us in the first half, and they scored quickly. Here, the same thing. It didn't take them long after they made the key interception. So we've given them a few scores back on turnovers. But they're, you know, Tim, you look at them, they, as far as passing game goes, we haven't seen anybody like that this year, and they've got it down pat. They don't need to run it that much when you can keep spread out the defense as much as they have.
Well, 2:35 left to go in this ball game, and Kirk, I'm telling you, there have been teams in the history of football, there have been teams that have made that comeback, that 2-touchdown comeback with 2.5 minutes left. And if Walton can get a fairly quick score here, try an onside kick, you never know.
And we won't go to the Heidi commercial and show you that Heidi. Us old timers remember that stuff.
It's going to be Alex Hanks to handle the kickoff and let it go out of bounds. It goes out of bounds, and Walton will get the ball at their own 35-yard line.
Well, I think everyone knows what we need to do now. We'll be doing our passing at this point.
Bring in the passing
Well, in the pregame, we talked about how Walton has racked up the yards on the ground this year, but when they've needed to go to the pass, they have been effective. And Joey Wendler, he might not have the stats that Hudson Mason has racked up this year, but he doesn't throw it on every down like Hudson Mason does.
We got 2 speedsters. We got Cosgrove and Williams can certainly get downfield in a hurry.
So this time 3 receivers stacked wide to the right side over there, 1 man to the left. Wendler looking over the middle. He's got it complete, and it looks like it's Cosgrove on the reception. Good enough for first down yardage across the 45 to the 46-yard line. So that will stop the clock long enough to move these chains.
First down, Raiders.
Looks like Walton still does have all their timeouts remaining. This time Wendler looking right, and that one is just off the outstretched fingertips of Austin Haygood, incomplete.
Looks like a legal man downfield.
Penalty is going to go against the Walton Raiders.
That's a loss of down, too, I think.
So they will step it off 5 yards. The ball now spotted at the 41-yard line of Walton. 2 minutes, 18 seconds left to go here. First down and 15 for Walton. Haygood and Williams over here to the near side. Two men wide to the right as well, and a slot right, making it trips. Windler has plenty of time to throw. This one is off the fingertips of the intended receiver. That time, Trip Roberts over there. Pass was a little too high for Trip Roberts.
It wasn't tipped to another defender. That one, Joey's just zeroing in on another receiver again and overthrew him.
So second down and 15. 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining. Windler in shotgun formation, trips to the right side. Windler's going to throw this wide receiver screen over here to the left side, caught by Williams. Williams breaks a tackle and is brought down at about the 43-yard line, so a very short pickup, maybe 2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a third and long situation.
Yeah, it's kind of like desperation mode at this point. You got to get somebody downfield to get that first down.
Windler this time looking over the middle, and that one should have been intercepted. Number 23, Mitchell Ahrens of Lassiter. That ball hit him in a bad spot, hit him in the hands.
And we had two guys in the same zone there. I don't understand that. We had Williams and Andrew Lipsy in the same area. Brings those defenders together.
So do or die time right now for the Walton Raiders as they face a 4th down and 13 with 1:35 left to go in this football game. 2 men wide to the near side, 3 men wide right. Windler again in shotgun formation. He's got all the time in the world going over the middle. Cosgrove makes the catch, and he drops it. Somebody better get on that football in case they say it's a catch. But they're saying incomplete, and that will probably just about do it here as Lassiter will get the football back and then take a couple of knees.
That was a tough one. He caught it in traffic. Looked like he took a step, Tim, but I guess not. He's always got steady hands and fortunately dropped that one.
He did kind of have to reach back a little bit, like it was on his back shoulder a little bit, but still for a moment there looked like he was going to make that catch and Walton was going to keep this thing alive, but right now it's pretty much a Lassiter victory here, and they will stay undefeated on the season. They'll go to 8-0 overall, 7-0 in Region 6 play. Walton will unfortunately suffer their second loss of the season, both of those losses coming in Region 6 play.
That's a tough pill to swallow, losing 2 years in a row to them, too.
And the crowds on each side are trading chants back and forth. The students still into it. It's time ticking down here. Lassiter's just going to take their time and let as much clock roll as possible. 1 minute left now. Again, while we sit here and watch these last seconds tick off and Lassiter take a knee here, we'll go ahead and mention all the people working on these broadcasts. Pete English does an amazing job. Bob McLeod, Kurt Schreiner, who's not with us tonight, enjoying a fishing trip with some friends. Appreciate all the work Kurt has done to make all these broadcasts possible. Kirk Gadabush, Chris Surface from the Touchdown Club, Mike Travis and John Woods, Dennis Vega sitting over here to my left, Jeff Schweck, and our spotter Trevor Miller, who has the rest of the night off with just 20 seconds left to go in this football game. Lassiter takes another knee, and that will do it. Lassiter goes home a winner tonight. Your final score from Raider Valley, Lassiter 42, Walton 28. Any final thoughts on this game, Kirk? And, you know, we got Season's not over yet. Tough couple of losses in a row, but Walton's got another big one next week.
They do, Tim. They've just have to focus on one team, Roswell. They need to put this out of their mind. They played, you look back at the game. They had some good breaks. They took advantage of them. They played a tough team tonight. Lassiter makes it look so easy passing, but they need to hunker down, get on to Roswell, have a good win there to end the season, and before they play Pope then. And now they got 2 losses behind them. They need to figure a way to dig out of it.
Yep, and definitely got to really focus on these last 2 games and try to get wins out of both of them if they can. If not, at least one, because right now, you're really sort of fighting to still stay in the playoffs. I mean, there does exist that potential that, they could actually miss the playoffs entirely after that outstanding start to the season, the 6-0 start. So thanks again to everyone. Thanks to Kurt Gadabush for joining me. And Kurt will be with Kurt Schreiner next week for the Roswell Hornets as they visit the Walton Raiders right here at Raider Valley. We hope you tune in again next week. Thanks, folks.